In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto.
Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boy BlockchainCrusader here, guys. Welcome back for another episode of NFT Tuesday here at Debate Crypto, guys. Massive news, right? Last night, if you missed it and you don't know, you slept through it, was the mint for the DCA commodities, right? That started happening last night. We have minted over 500 of them overnight, guys. It is crazy what's happening. There's a lot of questions flying around about what's happening with the commodities, what's happening with the 5 ETH competition. All your questions will be answered tonight. So if you got questions, if you're wondering what's this, what's that, what are we doing, when is the reveal, drop your questions in the chat tonight, and we're gonna be going through it. On top of that, we're gonna be going through some other stuff. Right, there's other news right now. Big news for Polygon and Magic Eden. We're going to be covering that tonight on NFT Tuesday, but we're definitely going to be talking about the DCA commodities. So, guys, strap in, get ready. It's going to be a wild, fun night. So, let's jump in here real quick into the market, see how the market is doing today. And honestly, it's doing, it's not terrible. It's not what we want, right? We want to be at 69,000, breaking new all-time highs, but we're having a little bit of a move up, right? It's kind of a little, I'm not even gonna say a rally. I'm not gonna say nothing because that's not what's happening here. We just had a slight little bump upwards, right? We are our $807 billion market cap, up 2% today. Bitcoin really hasn't done much today, right? Almost 2%, right? Back up over 16,000. We were below 15. We were below 16 today at 15 something. And that we're definitely going to be talking about those levels here pretty soon. Ethereum, everything else, up 1, 2, 3%, right? Cardano up 1.40, down at 31 cents. BNB up 4%. Everything else is pretty much the same. Polygon up 5% today, up to 84 cents. Polygon, we're definitely going to be talking about Polygon here real shortly. So the market, sideways, right? Small little relief rally. Oh, Litecoin up 13% today. If you guys know what's going on with Litecoin, please drop it in the chat right now because I want to know what's happening with Litecoin. But all right, back to it. Let's look at the charts here. What's happening with Bitcoin, guys? And by the way, if you haven't smashed the likes, subscribe, share out the live with your friends. Let the people know what's happening. Join the Danger Close Alpha Discord if you have not joined the Discord just yet. There is an opportunity here to win 5 ETH, right? We're trying to bless somebody. We know the market is down. We know a lot of people lost money on FTX, right? And the holidays are coming up, right? We have Thanksgiving this week. We have Christmas coming up in a few weeks. And we want to make sure that somebody takes home 5 ETH, whether it's to rebuild your portfolio because you lost a lot of money on FTX, or you've just been losing money with the state of the market in general, or you're really trying to use some of this money for the holidays for your family. We want to make sure somebody takes it, but you're going to have to compete for it. It's going to be a fun competition, right? Where it's nothing hard, it's nothing complicated. It's going to be a fun teamwork exercise, really building the community, making it stronger than ever. And, somebody's going to take 5 either way. So I hope you guys have fun, enjoy this game while it lasts, and really take advantage of this opportunity to rebuild your portfolio. But here we go, guys. Let's look at the charts for Bitcoin here. So in the charts, we are seeing, right, simple and easy. We are pretty much here seeing that at the end of the day, we're still in this downward regression. Right? We've been in this downward regression since last year in September, and we're still here now. All right, let me move this here. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is on the daily. And what you can see here is, all right, on the Fibonacci pivots, we've broken this 16,500 support, right? We hit the top of this regression trend here above 20,000, pretty much 21,000, and we got rejected, obviously, right? We did not make a reversal in the regression trend here, and we dumped. and we dumped hard since then. We broke through the 18,000 support, and we broke between the 16,500. We, tried to go back and forth on it for a couple of days, almost an entire week, and now we've officially broken past it, and here we are. We're under 16,500. We need to reclaim this 18,000 to really even think that we're going to start making a move back into the upside, right? We're actually making some type of relief here. We need to reclaim this level. This 16,000 is important. If we don't reclaim this at least, or try to stay above this level, we are headed to 13,800. No doubt about that in your mind. We are headed this way. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but if we don't reclaim 16.5 and start moving up over 18.2 and really hold this 16.5, we are headed to $13,876, give or take, right? So prepare yourselves for that. Do what you got to do. That is what's happening with Bitcoin. Obviously, if we head down there, we're obviously going to see a lot lower levels for Ethereum, a lot lower levels for all the other cryptocurrencies. The altcoins dump way harder than Bitcoin does. And we're talking about a sub $1,000 ETH. So if everybody's been excited, if everybody's been wanting to accumulate Ethereum at sub 1,000, you might have your opportunity here in the next couple of days, maybe a week or two, however long that takes. So quickly, right? I see the questions. I see what you guys are talking about here. I see the questions in the chat about the game. Make sure you start dropping your questions. I will revisit them as we get past this article here. We're going to be talking about Polygon and Magic Eden. So let's get into this here real quick, and then we'll get into all the questions about the DCA commodities drop. If you guys have not minted, make sure you go to dangerclosealpha.com. That is the minting site. That is our website. Make sure you jump over there and start stacking some commodities to make sure you win that 5 ETH. So here we go, guys. Let me jump over here. Oh, come on now. Magic Eden eyes gaming brand NFTs with planned Polygon support. Guys, Polygon, as you can see it, right, it has been killing it in this bear market, holding up really strong against these downward trends. And there's just been constant good news about Polygon coming out almost every other week. There's massive news coming out, massive partnership with massive Web 2 companies really jumping into the crypto space and NFT space thanks to Polygon. So here we go. So after expanding to Ethereum, the top Solana marketplace will add Polygon NFTs, citing the sidechain's Web 2 partners and gaming potential. Exactly, right? The NFT marketplace Magic Eden said it will add support for NFTs minted on Polygon. Magic Eden is already the leading marketplace for Solana NFTs and also supports Ethereum. Yeah, Magic Eden started off with just Solana NFTs. Obviously, they have to grown past that into Ethereum, and with Ethereum comes Polygon, which has, like I said, been doing amazing this past year. So Magic Eden began life as Solana NFT marketplace about a year ago. In August, it raised 1.6 billion startup in Ethereum, the largest overall NFT ecosystem, and now expanding. Right. So today, Magic Eden announced that it will add support for these NFTs, which are obviously faster, cheaper transactions on Ethereum's own mainnet, making it an ideal option for projects that require large amounts of digital assets. Magic Eden picked Polygon for its next addition due to two primary factors. Magic Eden COO and co-founder, not even going to try to pronounce that name, Yin, told Decrypt growing adoption by major Web 2 brands, like I just mentioned, Web 2 brands, and the potential of large-scale Web 3 gaming via the platform. The marketplace's announcement comes following a string of major announcements around Polygon. For example, online discussion community Reddit used Polygon for its collectible avatars. That was a massive thing. It exploded. You guys have heard about that already. Secondary, with users creating more than 3 million wallets to store them, Meta recently tapped Polygon to allow Meta, right, Facebook company, Meta, to allow Instagram creators to mint their own NFTs directly from the app. Starbucks is also building a loyalties reward program with Polygon, and Nike is building a digital apparel platform on it. Polygon has quickly become the platform of choice for large-scale Web 2 brands looking to take a step into the Web 3 space. Guys, massive, like I told you guys, very massive news here for Polygon. If obviously not financial advice, I will be stacking up Polygon as much as I can in this bear market. I am currently waiting for a few more drops. If you saw yesterday, Magic Money Monday, we had Forrest on, aka Crypto Stacker, and he was talking about the accumulation levels that he's looking for is between 40 to, I believe, 60 cents, somewhere around there. And that's where he's going to be accumulating. So I will be keeping an eye on that. And if we do visit those levels, right, with Bitcoin coming down to 13,800, if that does occur, like I said, altcoins are going to be dropping heavily. That includes Polygon. And I will be stacking up as much Polygon as I can, because the partnerships that it has done with these Web2 companies is huge, right? And the way you get adoption from these Web3 technologies is by onboarding Web2 massive brands and companies. And that is what Polygon is doing. So therefore, I am super bullish on Polygon. But nevertheless, that is not financial advice. That's just what I'm looking forward to in this bear market. So now let's get into it. DCA commodities, right? What's going on there? Let me show you this here real quick, guys. And here we go. So if you guys have been paying attention, this is our website right here. Looks a lot like the background we have, right? So you see right here, you scroll down and bam, here you can mint the Danger Close Alpha commodities, the beans, freedom seeds, and bourbon. So we got 590 minted. It says 3,000 because there is 3,000 in the entire collection, but 500 out of these 3,000 are going to be held in reserve. And when we say held in reserve, we don't mean that we will be holding them in our wallet. Those 500 will not be minted ever if not necessary. They just have the possibility of minting 500 more. So the total should be 2,500 NFTs, 500 in reserve for latecomers to the game to be able to join the competition, the 5 ETH competition, right? So what does these commodities have to do with the game in general? So let me explain that, right? The reason the commodities exist is because you guys have your bug out bags, right? And your bug out bags have slots, right? These commodities take up some of these slots. So you got to be filling up your bag. What does that do? That's going to be later revealed moving towards the character drop, right? Towards the seekers drop, where you're going to be getting your DCA character. But what does the commodities do for you in the meantime? Every single commodity that you hold, that you stack, right? It is an entry on the spinning wheel. How do you get to the spinning wheel? Well, your faction needs to win, right? So your factions, by holding these commodities, you're going to be put into a faction if you're not already in one. Once you get put into a faction, you're the 4 factions, right? The drunken merchants, the shadow hunters, the naked medics, and the engineers are going to be competing for 5 weeks. Each week is going to be a different challenge, a different puzzle, riddle, cipher that you're going to be solving. The faction that has the most wins at the end of this 5-week competition will be going to the spinning wheel. On the spinning wheel, only one person out of your entire faction will take the ETH home, right? We really want to change it up and bless somebody with a lot of ETH, right, in their portfolio. So that being said, besides the fact that the commodities help you as an entry point, as a entry to the spinning wheel, right? So if you got 5 commodities, you got 5 entries on the wheel. If you got 100, you got 100 entries on the wheel. Outside of that, they, like I said before, they help you with the bug out bags. The bug out bag, filling your bug out bag will be beneficial towards you moving later on past this game into the character drop, right? That's where the combination of your character, your bug out bag, and your commodities in your bug out bag is going to start coming into play. So that's further down the line of utility. The commodities also have power-ups. You've heard me talk about this. You've heard Keeper talk about this. These power-ups are very, very beneficial. One of the power-ups doesn't help you directly in the game, but does help you later down the line. And it's called the free mint. You're literally going to be able to pick up some commodities that have the ability to give you a free mint for the character drop. So one commodity that has one of these will literally get you a free character when the free mint happens. So those are sprinkled in there. We also have the double agent. You've heard a lot about the double agent. The double agent, there's only one of these in the entire 2,500 NFTs, right? There's only one. This one commodity will get you guaranteed to be on the faction that wins, right? So no matter what faction you originally placed into, whatever faction wins at the end of the competition, you will be put on that faction and you will be on the spinning wheel with however many commodities you have that will help you win against the rest of the faction members that you're currently competing with on the spinning wheel. There's other power-ups. The wheel double up, right? The wheel double up doubles up the amount of commodities. So if you have 10, 20 commodities, and within one of those commodities, you have the wheel double up, then that means that your 20 now becomes 40, right? If you have 40, it becomes 80. If you have multiple wheel double ups, then your 20, right? If you have two wheel double ups within that 20 commodities, that 20 becomes kind of like 80, right? Because you're doubling up one time and then you're doubling again. That's like 80 NFTs. So it's considered like 80 NFTs. So you have 80 entries. So double agent, wheel double up, free NFT mint, the mole detector, very useful. The mole or moles, right? Plural, are going to have an important role in this game, and they're going to really have a lot of plot twists along with the game going. So that being said, if you have a mole detector, you're going to be getting some extra alpha that others won't have. And this will be beneficial to you to make sure that your faction or you yourself takes a lead. So that being said, there's also another power up that it is exclusive classified information. Exclusive classified information. Only the people holding these commodities will be put into a separate channel that they will have access to get exclusive information that only they will see way before anyone else even hears about it. So that is another benefit there to be had. So how many of these power-ups are there? Not a lot. It's about 1%. It's about 1% of the entire collection have these power-ups. So they are spread out pretty good, right? Hopefully. How do you go about it? You're gonna have to come up with your own strategies on what will be best for you. Do you stack a bunch of commodities? Do you wait for the reveal and pick up on the secondary market? Everything has its pros and cons, right? Buying a lot of commodities up front from the mint, you're going to be investing a lot more money, but you are competing for 5 ETH. So maybe investing some of that ETH, even if you invest 2.5 ETH, you're still winning 2.5 if you win, right? I'm not saying that that's what you should do. I'm just saying these are all the scenarios. If you wait to the reveal to then go try to attack certain commodities that have power-ups, well, you run into the chance of maybe the holder is not selling those commodities at all, and then you're kind of stuck just buying on the secondary market in general, maybe not be able to pick up as many commodities as you intended to originally, so your chances have dwindled, or the people the holders that do sell these power-up commodities are selling them for very excessive amount of ETH that you might not be able to afford. And even if you do afford it, is it really worth paying so much for just one, when in reality, if you had a few more, could be beneficial to you? I don't know. A lot of different strategies. The game is designed to have no 100% proof way of winning, right? There's not one strategy that is the correct strategy. The game is meant to be played like chess. Anyone can win. You just got to strategize, and you got to come up with the strategy that works best for you. Yes, you're working as a team in a faction, but you also got to be working for yourself because you want to take the 5 ETH home, right? That is the whole narrative of question everything, trust nothing in this game. So let's go through some questions now. Let's go through some questions. Let's see here. Billy's going to buy 100, but my faction doesn't win means I have no chance at 5 ETH. So, yes, and no, right? Like I said, there are going to be moles in this game, and the mole's not always going to be the same person. And there's going to be a lot of plot twists here and there for the competition. So, like I said, the game is played to win, right? As a faction, you have to work together. So, we are giving you guys the option. Do you guys want to redesign the factions, or do you guys want to keep the current team members you have? A lot of you guys are voted for keeping the same team members. So if that is still a discussion to be had or to have, now is the time. The game will kick off when the mint is done. So you still have time to strategize and come up with whatever it is that you want to do. But the overall answer is technically yes. If you buy commodities, right? Your faction does not end up winning, you're not going to the wheel, right? You're not, unless you have the double agent, right? Unless you have the double agent, unless you maybe cut a deal with somebody, you know what I mean, in the winning faction, and you play all angles, right? And you might not be getting 5 ETH, but you're getting, something, right? You're splitting it with somebody. We don't know, right? That's all up to you guys. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of strategies here that you could be doing to make sure that you get at least a slice of this 5 ETH. The 5 ETH is going to one person, but any backdoor deals, it is a game. So strategize. Like I said, this is not checkers, this is chess. Let's see what other questions we have here. Here we go. Let me see, guys. Let me see your questions, guys. The questions are getting lost. I don't even see them in the chat. So the reveal, right? A lot of people have asked about the reveal. I see your comment. I see your comment there, Billy Fugazi. So the reveal could happen tonight, could happen tomorrow. We don't know, right? Maybe if we hit 1,000 mints tonight, we'll do the reveal tonight. And that way you guys already know what you currently have, what you don't have. You can start targeting the secondary market if you haven't already, and you can start accumulating and strategizing more. That's up to you guys. What do you guys think? Do we do the reveal when we hit 1,000 mints? We're about 400 mints away. We have minted exactly 590 so far. When we hit it, do you guys think we hit 1,000 tonight? We do the drop, we do the reveal, yes or no? Ken says, are the moles existing members or bots? They are members. They are not bots. Right? There's no bots in our Discord. Right? That I make sure you guys, we're all there for the great purge. Right? When we shut down the entire Discord for a few days, and hundreds of people were taken out of the Discord of all kinds of bots. So there is no bots. There is no behind the scenes. These are all going to be live action players playing the game that are going to be moles, right? So you don't know who they are, and they don't know who they are, at least not yet, but they will. And when they do, question everything, trust nothing. um, so Crypto Chef says, damn, LOL dark. All I'm thinking is Jigsaw. Let's let the games begin. Yes. Let the games begin for sure. The team with active Billy says the team with active participation wants to keep their team. The team with 4 participants wants to redo. Put yourself in others' shoes. We would want the same thing to even it up. Give me chef. So maybe we can compromise here. A faction, right? How about this? A faction that does not want to redo its team can stay the way it is. All the other teams can get redone, right? If they choose to. The caveat here, the pro and con is, if you are the faction that chooses to not redo their teams, you will get the last picks of the new members joining. Every other faction is going to be getting the new people in, redoing their entire team, and then whatever's left over at that point, and the teams are kind of evened out again, then you guys will be getting some new players in the whatever faction chooses not to redo. So I think that is a good compromise. If you guys like that, drop a 1 in the chat, drop a 2 if you think that's a terrible idea and we should just redo the entire thing or not redo them at all. Let me know. Also, let's talk about that in the Discord tonight as well. So here we go. DCA Robert says mint 1,000, burn the rest. The problem is we can't burn the rest because there's going to be different clues for each challenge, right? And some of these clues are embedded within the NFTs, right? So another clarification is there's 3,000 NFTs, 500 held in reserves, 2,500 for the initial mint. All the power-ups and clues are within the initial 2,500. If we burn, right? Let's say we minted only 1,000 and we burn the rest, you would technically be losing a lot of power-up abilities that are potentially on there, that will be on there. You're going to be losing a lot of the free mint opportunities for the character drop. Excuse me. And you're going to be losing a lot of clues. So there would be a whole different situation of you won't be able to get the clues that you need for the rest of the game. So they are 5 clues in total within the commodities drop within the 2,500. So if we burn them, you're going to be losing those clues, which would make the game just a little bit harder for yourselves, practically impossible at that point to really guess, to really figure out what is this clue. Crypto Billy says, let's do a draft. 1. I see a 1. I see a 1. I see a lot of 1s. I don't see any 2s just yet. Drop a few more 1s if you guys are in it to win it, to make sure that you redo your teams. Do you want to punish the chef? Kenton, savage towards Billy, saying, do you want to punish the chef by putting them on the naked medics? I mean, I don't know. You guys do what you guys do. Let's do your 1, Kenton. You get to keep your team, be a team player. So guys, any other questions about the game in general? Also, I wonder who's holding the most. I've been doing some some analytics. I've been looking at some analytics. I can tell you who the 3rd largest holder is right now. Let me know if you guys want to know who the 3rd largest holder of commodities is right now. Let me know, so you know who the real competition is, right? Start firing up some targets at people here. Yes or no, do you want to know who the 3rd largest holder is right now? Drop it in the chat, guys. Drop it in the chat right now. Yes or no? Yes or no? Puddle says, spill the beans. DCA Rob Father says, hell yeah. Crypto Billy says, who? Well, FU is right. The answer is, sorry, Brett, but the answer is Brett. Brett is the 3rd largest holder of commodities currently. So you already know who's got a target on their back, who's playing the game, right? Who is all in and ready to go. Crypto Billy says, no, I'm number 4. Who's the 3rd? Well, Brett is the 3rd. Question is, who's number 1 and number 2? There's a big difference between number 3 and number 1, let me tell you. Big difference indeed. So I don't know who the number 1 and 2 is just yet, but I will reveal it here soon. For sure, I'll be revealing here real soon, so you guys know who's really playing the game. But like I said, I've said this before, right? You only need 1 commodity to participate, but just understand that you're competing up against other people that might be holding a lot more, and you have less of a chance to win if your faction does become the winning faction. Also, the commitment from somebody that only holds 1 versus somebody that holds multiple, probably going to be some levels of different, right? People that have committed a lot into these commodities are a lot more committed and going to be active throughout the participation of the game. So, it is what it is. Keep that in mind. Ken says, who's number 1 and number 2? I will be revealing that shortly. Not tonight, but I will be revealing that shortly. At least tell how many. I'll tell you how many right now. Brett has 40. 40 commodities. Now, are those 40 commodities holding power ups? Do they hold the double agent? I don't know. We don't know yet until the reveal. When the reveal happens, then we will know who, if anyone at this point, has the double agent, what power ups have been minted so far, what is left in to be minted, and what the strategy is at that point. So, that being said, make sure that you strategize, right? This game is chess. This game is not checkers, like I said earlier. Make sure you are strategizing the way that fits best for your game, right? Everyone has a different strategy, everyone has a different style, everyone has a different opportunity, everyone has a different situation going on. At the end of the day, it's a fun competition. Remember, this is just fun between the community and to build teamwork, right? We want to bless the community with somebody to get 5 entire ETH, right? Maybe somebody will get a few slices here and there. So a few other people might get a few slices of the 5 ETH. But that is to be determined. That is to see how things go, right? Maybe some backdoor deals happen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like I said, question everything, trust nothing. You might be making backdoor deals with people that are not in your faction just to secure that you get a slice of that 5 ETH. I don't know if that's happening already. I might have heard a thing or two, but I don't know. So, regardless of what's happening, we got to mint out the first 2,500 NFTs. We got to mint those guys out. Once we do, the game will kick off. The game will kick off with different content creators being highlighted, spotlighted every single week. Those content creators will be holding clues that are very, very important to be revealed for your faction to take a lead, right? So whoever is paying the most attention, whatever faction is paying the most attention, and gets these clues the fastest, can come up with the answer the fastest, can make their official submission, and whoever submits the correct answer first gets the win for that week. So, guys, strategize with your factions, come up with your strategies, figure out what it is that you're going to be doing. How are you going to tackle this situation? Ken says, fund my butt. I want to win. Hey, I would want to win too. 5 ETH is 5 ETH, guys. So, question everything, trust nothing 100% of the time here. The only thing you should never question is when we give you a clue or a key to one of the questions or ciphers or whatever it is, that is going to be an official answer from us. We will not give you any fugazi answers. That is guaranteed by us in the rules of the game. So, that being said, guys, question everything, trust nothing, and until next time, hodl like it's hot, and make sure you go mint some DCA commodities. They're not just for the 5 ETH competition that could be life-changing money for you this few weeks coming up, but it will also greatly help you when the character drop comes. So, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the rest of the week. Stay safe out there and keep on minting.